think the reason that, I sleep with so many guys is because it's the only time I can really feel validation from a man. I mean, my dad told me every single day until he died that I was a failure of a daughter.
So you're getting closure by proving your father's point.
This is Dr. Victor Blaine, a therapist with a 1-star rating on Yelp, which he claims is because his clients can't handle the truth.
I'm out here on Detroit Princess boat at the Q weekend. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. At the very top. Okay. I hope y'all can get beautiful scenery out here. Okay. Gorgeous out here. Breeze. It's breezy. My smile is. But guess what? I got yourself. And looking good. And
the male loneliness epidemic is all your fault. It has nothing to do with the women. We try our best to talk to you guys and be in crowds where you guys are at, and you don't try. There is zero effort given from the male side.
And it's disgusting.
And we're done with it.
It's disgusting.
The feminist movement was fighting for equal opportunity for women in education and the workforce. The sexual revolution was fighting for all sorts of sexual freedoms. Cosmo, we pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually kind of a slavery, but we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution and the women's movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
I like that word, pretend. That's exactly what some of these modern women are doing.
Women's rights, but we can't define what a woman is. But also men can be women. And no uterus, no opinion. But also men can get pregnant. Men are oppressing us. But also, it's okay if biological men take over our spaces and our sports. Women are so over-sexualized in this culture, but it's empowering if women are the ones sexualizing themselves. Are you guys quite done yet? Like, are you okay?
That just about sums it up.
This is my friend Brianna Robinson. You should absolutely go follow her. She's fabulous. It's incredibly hypocritical, as everything is. Modern day feminism is not consistent in the slightest. Somebody commented and said, high empathy and low IQ generally correlate with feelings over facts. I mean, that's the basis of modern day feminism.
This one is for my ladies. Let's get into it. After I graduated with my master's, this woman that I used to work with, you know who you are. She pulled me aside. She said, Sam, you're a pretty girl. When you gonna settle down and get married? I laughed and I said, probably after I get my LCSW. She looked at me dead in my eye and said, shut the door. And so I did. She said, now look around, Sam. Look at the women my age. Look at the women who prioritize their career over family. And now they're lonely. All they have is their career, searching for meaning in vacations and brunches. And I saw it with my own eyes. It wasn't what I wanted for myself. She said what matters to her most now is her husband, her kids, and her grandbabies. That was her legacy. Y'all, and that changed everything for me. So I say all that to say this. Ladies, stop buying the lies of culture. Family is ministry. It's your first ministry. We weren't created to fight being helpmates. That's our divine purpose. We were created to walk in it with power. Don't lose yourself trying to chase a version of success that leaves you empty. God's way still works.
Gets up and she says, Patrick, this is very hard for me to say this. And let me tell you why it's very hard. I said, what's that? She says, ever since in high school, I wanted to prove to men that I can beat them. So when I graduated high school and college, I opened up my salon. We do very well. I've made millions of dollars. My people and my work that work at the salon, they do very well for themselves. I drive a nice car. I have a nice house. I have money. I have millions. I don't worry about any of that stuff. You know what decision I made last night? I said, what's that? She says, I want a husband. I no longer want to compete with men. Mm-hmm. I need them. And I'm like, what? She's saying this in front of 2,000 people with her sister sitting right next to her.
Wow.
And now she's getting emotional. How many 65-year-old women do we have to hear saying that I marched with the feminist movement and I bought into the fact that men are the enemy? I've never been married. I'm alone and I'm miserable. And I wish I would have never bought into that philosophy.
I just don't know why that would have been a good idea in the first place. I mean, for women to continue to tell us they're so smart, but then to come to this conclusion.
Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
10.
10.
10.
Like a 6.
I was going to say like a 7, maybe 8.
I give myself like 6.9 on a good day. Okay, so, but 10? 10? Really? It's a bit of hubris, a little bit, don't you think? I mean, 10?
It's confident, not confident.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, if you view yourself as a 10, then surely you must deserve a 10. So if you have a bunch of women who think they're 10, one of the problems in the dating marketplace is people don't have a reasonable self-assessment of their own attractiveness, and thus their standards are, they're not going to be able to secure the type of partner that they're going after if they think they're a 10. No offense, guys. Okay,
I disagree.
I'm getting death's
fire that you started in me, but you never came back to ask it out.
They don't miss you when you're gone. They miss you when you move on, and they hit 40 alone.
Why is it that all you ladies who dislike arrogance and like humbleness want a life that is so extra and lavish? You want 6-figure man, you want a high-value man and doing all this stuff. Why is it that everyone pretends like they hate arrogance, but then their standards are? Like, if we're being very honest, there's about, 10 of you here? Maybe 2 or 3 of you at best will get with a guy who makes 6 figures or more, because it's such a small percentage. By the numbers, it's probably impossible for all of you to get that. So there is a bit of like an arrogance to that, where it's like, if you love humbleness so much, why don't you live a humble life? What's wrong with getting with a regular dude who's got a 401k, he makes 40K a year, maybe he's home at the end of the day, he takes care of the bills, you guys got a nice little house in the suburbs. Why is that not enough? I don't understand why there's all this talk about like, would I let my high value man cheat? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, most of y'all not gonna get one. And that's not me trying to be mean. It's like,
why dating in the modern world sucks. There's a few reasons for this. Obviously, dating apps and social media, women have more choice than ever. And unfortunately for some men, what's happening in the dating app data shows this. You've basically got 80% of the women chasing after the top 10% of men. It's why women always complain, this guy cheated on me, he did this and that. It's because all of the women are chasing after that top 10% of men. But for me to dive deeper, the real issue with modern dating is women expect men to be traditional men. They want men to be strong and masculine and make money and competent and take you on a date and pay for the date and be chivalrous and act like a gentleman. Women want traditional men. However, if you look at the majority of women and these women that want those traits in men, they are not traditional anymore. So women want men to be traditional while they are not traditional. Women are not as feminine as they used to be. Women are very, very masculine in the modern world.
We're talking about equality equaling respect. We can be equal and very, very different. You can be equal with completely different things. A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets fucked up. And women are good at different things. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team.
We're talking about relationships. I don't actually need you. There's blue jobs and there's pink jobs. Why do you need a man in a relationship? And these are the stuff that I need in a man. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's not like I completely need you.
But the whole point is, if the lights went out tomorrow, you would need a man.
In society, agree.
Why do we act like women are so useless?
I
can change a tire. I'm saying if the lights went out tomorrow, you would need someone to protect you. You would.
Of course.
Gloria Steinem said, if you don't go out to work, you betray the movement of feminism. You betray the women's rights movement. Babies will be fine. Don't worry about them. Put them into daycare. Give them to a babysitter. You need to go out to work. You need to be soldiers in this war that we're waging. And women just soaked it up. Meanwhile, Gloria Steinem never had children. So she could say that. That message was very destructive. So what we know is that attachment disorders are passed down generationally. So if you develop an attachment disorder because your mother isn't emotionally present for you, is disinterested, then that gets passed down to the next generation. How can a woman rediscover her maternal instinct? You have to start to uncover old losses. You have to look at your own childhood, because the basis on which we form our relationship with our children is the relationship we had with our own mother.
I'm not even sure how they're getting away with this stuff. Giving advice, and they don't even plan to be in the space. I don't even plan to have children. So, quite honestly, I don't care what you do with your children. I don't care what's going on with your family. I only care about your happiness. And as a woman, you can't see through the BS. Really?
The Bible says that the wife should submit to the husband, but also that the husband should serve the wife. Now, people often miss that part out. It comes in tandem, that we are a unit that are supposed to support each other. So yes, I think feminism is actually the downfall of Western society, and because it's encouraged women to become men in order to be equal, and we're not about equal. Again, we're not a tolerant faith. We're also not an equal faith. We're complementary. Men and women are different. We're equal in dignity and worth, but that is it.
Some guy commented on my TikTok, "Why don't you start making videos without your boob in it?" Now, why would I do that? You guys don't like my personality. You're not here to talk politics. I've tested this in public. I gotta have a BBL butt crack on my chest in order to get anybody to listen to anything that I talk about, okay? I know what I'm doing. I'm an entrepreneur. Call it overconsumption of the eyes because you're buying what I'm selling.
Well, at least she knows what her strong suit is.
I have spoken with over 100 entrepreneurial men regarding what they're looking for in a partner, and these are the most common things. Look at that bump. These are the most common things that I'm told. Most of the guys, the majority of these guys, want a woman who's dynamic. So they want a girl who's able to go to like a business dinner and the man feels really confident bringing her into dinner. She's not going to be on her phone the whole time. She's not going to be a distraction or complain about how long the dinner is taking, basically like not being a child. And then he also wants to bring her on the boat the next weekend with his friends, and he wants to be able to have like conversations with her about business and not feel like he's talking again to a child or someone who like doesn't care about what he does. Which leads me into, he doesn't want to be wanted for his money. He wants to be wanted for his success, but he doesn't want a girl who's just dating him so that she can use him to get like another Chanel purse. There's a difference. I'm obviously dating my fiance because of his financial success, because it allows me to do what I'm really passionate about without worrying about, if I have a down month or whatever. So there's a difference there. The other thing that they're looking for is a woman who simply conducts herself well. He wants a woman who he is really proud to show off to his friends because, and I will tell you the psychological reason, a lot of these entrepreneurial men are deeply insecure. And so they don't want to be with a woman who they're able to present to people, and it further validates that he is a desirable man. So they're not looking, they'll say that they are, but they're not looking for the most beautiful woman in the world. They are looking for a woman who, when she walks into a room, her presence stops people in their tracks. You do not have to be the most beautiful woman in the room to do this. You simply have to have this deep love for yourself and this deep love and kindness for other people. Full stop. The next thing is a woman who's intelligent. They are sick of having shallow conversations with women who don't know about current events or regurgitate things that they hear from TikTok. They want a woman who is able to really practice critical thinking, thinks for herself, thinks well, and has like this insatiable desire to learn and grow. If that is you as a woman, I would highly recommend you join Quietly Becoming, which is my women's community. It's a community for women specifically dating or wanting to date entrepreneurial men, and we talk about everything from knowing what your mission is as a woman, being able to communicate well, being able to not control, being able to identify and emotionally regulate when you're feeling really intense emotions, especially during your luteal phase, which is something that I have vocalized, I have struggled with. But basically everything that you need in order to feel super fulfilled in your relationship with an ambitious man, because any girl who has dated an ambitious man will tell you it is not for the faint of heart.
But don't you think that people in general want whatever they have? They don't want people in general to say, "Oh, what is that?" I mean, it's one thing to not be attracted to your wife or your husband, right? But then when you say, "Oh, Why would you be with that? It'd be the same thing if you went and got a car and they said, dude, why'd you get that car? That's ugly. It's the same thing. Man, why'd you get that shirt? Bro, take that shirt off. It's a negative thing. It's criticism. It isn't necessarily about insecurity. I think I do understand where you're coming from, but maybe at some point in time, you guys got to start getting outside and touching grass and really actually seeing exactly, understanding, comprehending what men want.
Women never leave a man and go to nothing. They always monkey branch to another man. You know how monkeys swing from tree to tree? And they're always hoping that the next branch they swing to is a little bit higher than the last one. Men need to be different than women. Don't be afraid to let her go and have nothing in your life. They fear that. You don't. That's one of the things that makes you a man. You don't have fear of being alone. That's a very feminine thing, fear of being alone. So what happens is this. Here's the result of you being decisive. You get no more surprises. There's no more Dear John letters or texts. So your number one job is this. Make leaving her look easy. No more flailing. No more look at what we had. No more I miss you. No more, just be decisive. That's it. I'll say it again. Your job is this. Make leaving her look easy.
Women don't like seeing men be happy, which is why you notice when you're moving on with your life or you find another girl, she's all up in your DMs, and it's like, yeah, that's because women, they're very egotistical. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, but what I'm saying is women don't want to see you doing better without them. Me personally, I'm attracted to a man who could do better without me, because it's like, if you're doing worse without me, that's a reflection of me. Like, what type of girl would I be to date a man who cannot regulate his emotions without me? Like, your life is pointless without me. That's a lot, to be honest. So, at the end of the day, women love when men are depressed and broken without them, because it's like, oh, I must be that important. I must be that special. But it's like, wouldn't you want to leave a positive mark on a man's life rather than a traumatizing mark? Because women aren't stupid. They probably know this, because I know this, and I don't take advantage of it. But like, the more you get a man into his emotions, the more that you traumatize him, the more that he's going to remember you. And, you know, I'm fortunate enough to understand when a man is giving me his trust and his emotions, I know what I could do with it, but I don't do it. And that's something that a lot of women need to fucking think about, but they don't. Because most women are the same. And what do I mean by most women being the same? Most women want power and control, and they will do whatever it takes to get it, even if it includes hurting people. One-on-one coaching is in my bio.
Why are you talking shit about our women's basketball team? Because you don't know how to play basketball.
That's your argument?
And why are you talking shit about women with people with disabilities? Because most people with disabilities have sports with issues. So why are you talking shit about that? So what's your problem?
So what's your main grievance? Is it about women's sports and basketball or disabilities?
Both.
Okay, well, for the basketball thing,
Wait,
women...
let me finish talking. So what about you? What's your disability? Do you have any disabilities?
I have a high tolerance for stupid people talking to me. I'd say
Yeah, that's
a
not no
disability.
disability, sir, because you're racist. Thank you very much.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Ask a bunch of questions and walk away. Makes sense. Perfect.
Is she okay? What's going on here?
And so I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of different reasons.
If you go around solving women's problems with your money, you are going to be poor. You are going to struggle for a very long time. A lot of men would be far financially if it wasn't for women. Women set us back. We love them, but women set us back as young men. I'm telling you, my brother, especially if you are still in your 20s, your salary should have nothing to do with a girl's problems. You are still very young to be solving a girl's problems with your salary. If you want to become a typical middle-class poor person, start that thing. Start solving women's problems with your salary. You will see that poverty will land on you, young men. You will be poor forever. You will struggle for the rest of your life because now you've already made commitments to people that you did not give birth to. Don't go around solving every girl's problems with your money. Your salary, every single time girls have problems, you want to save them. You are going to be poor. Selfish people have a habit of being successful. So girls and women like to say, a man must help me. People like free things. People like to get help. Who doesn't like free things? Who doesn't like free help? Of course they'll say that. But most of them, they will not want the same thing being done to their own sibling, to their own sons. There are a lot of women who say all of that, but they have boys who are in their early 20s. They would not want their sons solving any girls' problems out there. So think wisely, young men. It's easy to take a path to poverty. That business you hope to start one day, you will never start that business because your money goes towards solving girls' problems and you've been living like that for a very long time. Ask your brothers. They can't even solve one problem because they committed to women's problems when they were still young.
This is what I would tell my younger self. As a woman that was in a relationship with a provider man for 18 years, these are some of the things that I heard from women now that I'm a grown-ass woman that I would never take personal and listen to. Number one is, he's so controlling. You can't do this or that. Yeah, where there's provision, there's going to be control. So when a man is taking care of you, yeah, he's going to have some say of what you wear, where you go, what you do. And the people that say no, like, they're probably dealing with men that make them go 50-50 or better yet, pay everything. So I would never listen to that shit again. And I didn't even listen to it then. The other thing that would get in my head was people saying, like, she wouldn't have this if it wasn't for him. The whole time, these bitches was wishing they had a man to take care of them and buy them the things. And me have lived a boss bitch life and a kept wife life. I'm telling you, shit hit different when you're not spending your own money on it. I don't knock boss bitches because I'm in that era. But like I said, those same women will be wishing a man put them in a soft girl era. They just try to get in your head because they want your spot. The next thing is, don't talk to people that ain't never did what you did or have going on what you have going on about it. Because they'll say shit like, oh, I would never go get that house and be paying those bills. Whole time they wishing they had that house and those bills and they trying to get there. They want to trick you out of your spot. Young women that are beautiful and you're lit, like, don't let hating ass bitches trick you out of your spot. Don't let bitches that's way older than you tell you what to do with your,
it takes more than a Jezebel spirit to feed a man that's doing his divine assignment gifted to him from God. Your cat can't heal that man. He need a woman that's going to grab a hold of him and protect him spiritually. He need a woman that's in tune with her spiritual gifts. A spiritual woman brings an intuition, a manifestation that no Jezebel spirit could ever bring. See, it's easy to lay with this man, but are you able to feed him mentally when he's not feeling his best self? Are you able to cater to him and be the woman that God has called you to be?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your girl don't spend money on you, does she even love you?
The way I would f him,
really?
It's not even funny. I'm a ride he wouldn't survive. The wheels would come right off.
All right.
I want to pop open the hood and root around.
Root toot Rudy.
Interesting. Really interesting.
She said, "You're really not going to fight for me?" He smiled and said, "Why would I choose someone who folded under pressure? See, in life, queens don't leave the board." That's what he said. They protect the king till the end. But some girls, being desired means being dominant. Nah, it means you just had a man with patience, but patience runs out. And when the king walks away, the whole board changes. Peace out, pumpkins.
He got you the house, you got the kids, you got the wedding, you got the ring, you got the family you wanted, you got the money, you got the car, you got the dog, you got the bags, you got the shoes, you got it fucking all, and you still want to fucking complain. You still want to sit there and scream and shout at him just to make your point come across. You still want to sit there and put him down and mentally fucking drain him. And now you then ask him, why don't you ever show me you love me? Are you being fucking for real? He showed you materialistically. He showed you emotionally every single time he came home and sat down to watch one of your fucked up fucking series. He showed you every time he cancelled on his friends and his family. He showed you every time he didn't take that PlayStation and game. He did show you. You fucked up.
Like, where are the freaky girls at? They don't actually exist. Like, blah, blah, blah. You're looking at the gym and, like, at the bar. We are not there. We're at the bookstore and in the library, like, reading some smut. You're looking in all the wrong places.
I honestly think men just want a woman that's not out in the street. That's it.
I am totally okay with my husband looking at another woman. If he's not doing that, then that's not him. We go to the gym together all the time, and he see another woman that has a juicy booty or she has a great waist, and she look at her and say, whoa, she looks good. Look at that juicy peach. What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. These are some of the things men talk with another men friends of theirs. And if he's comfortable enough to share those things with you and even comment on another girl and saying that that girl is beautiful when you're literally sitting right there, that's your man being extra comfortable with you. He commenting on another woman doesn't mean that he has feelings on her. If you really don't feel good about it, that's actually your insecurity. That has nothing to do with he not having feelings for you. He's just doing what men do. And this is how you know that he's alive. You have to let him be himself, period. The more you let him do that, the more time he wants to genuinely spend with you because he's ultra comfortable with you.
Go ahead. Keep screaming strong and independent. Meanwhile, men are out here choosing fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive, not combative, masculine, and stubborn. And if you got kids, you're not disqualified, but you are on a harder level. You gotta prove why a man should take care of your situation. He could easily build one from scratch with someone else.
Hey riders, it's Kat the Great, and there was a comment saying, well, I think as women we need to get together and figure out what's gonna keep these men from cheating. Am I not doing a good enough job with these videos? What is it that you are not understanding, sweetheart? There is nothing. There is nothing. There is nothing. Nothing to figure out. There's nothing to figure out. We spent years. Your grandma was trying to figure it out. Your mom tried to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out. Your daughter's going to try to. How many more motherfucking times is it going to take for you to just realize that these niggas are not monogamous by nature? There is nothing to figure out. The only thing that you need to be figuring out is how to rewire your brain to deal with this shit so that you could be the best queen possible to a motherfucking king, bitch. There is nothing else to figure out after that.
Y'all trying to slide in the DMs or what?
Hey, you know this temporary. This is a good and bad thing, But sometimes you gotta know who to do it with, because I have done that to bitches that done went and my man and all that shit. So it's like you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these bitches right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will beat you and fuck you. They gotta do this. That you ain't even realize them bitches. You out here like, damn, she look like a nice girl. I feel bad for her. Like, it's like, let me think that, bitch,
As women, we love a man that's a problem solver. Okay, because for some reason, we definitely for sure look for guidance. Okay, when we are telling you a problem that we have, we're basically saying, help me, please. Help me, I don't know what to do. So next time your girl comes to you with a problem, guide her.
Hey, where are we finding good men?
Check the friend zone.
Yeah, don't be this guy, okay? She's playing better defense on him than she does in the game. Just look at his body language after this, whatever you want to call that. You ready? See, this is the sign of a dejected man. Okay, that's not this body language you want after kissing your beloved. All right? I'm sorry, bro. She's just not that into you.
If you've ever tried to cancel an online membership, usually when you hit cancel, it triggers a pop-up that says, stay and we'll give you 50% off. So, you're rewarded for trying to leave and you're punished for actually being loyal. And if you don't believe me, go try to cancel some of your online memberships and see for yourself. It's not fair, but this is how real life usually works too. It's not until you're willing to walk away that you usually end up getting a better deal. Holding on loosely to relationships is good advice. Because the tighter you hold on and the more loyal you try to appear, the worse off you usually be. I've seen this over and over in the Philippines. The nice guy who would never think of cheating usually ends up being punished. And the guy who holds on loosely and skips the nice guy approach usually ends up getting a better deal. Loyalty is great, but the reward for being loyal is usually not realized until there's a threat that you might not be loyal. Quite often, it's not until a guy threatens to break up that a Filipino will actually give him what he wants. I don't recommend that you play that card often, but remember, doing so might be the difference between a miserable relationship and a happy one. Please pay me. Don't leave me. I'll do whatever you want.
If you were blind, how would you ask for a toothbrush? If you were blind, how would you ask for something to eat? Okay, if you were blind, how would you ask for a pencil? If you're blind, how would you ask for something to drink?
What?
You're blind.
Yeah. I'm just following based off of what you're saying.
If you're blind, how would you ask someone for something to eat? Okay, what about if you need a pen or a pencil? If you were blind, do you need that? What are you laughing at?
Well, I can do the other things except for the pencil, right?
What? If you were blind,
Right.
you're not deaf. You can still talk. Oh.
She didn't get it, man. She didn't get it.
Sometimes I really love this place we call the internet. Paris posts, the old me would never believe that we're here. How everything felt impossible. It's a before and after picture of Paris. However, Remy right there posts, the one on the right is me. I ain't never been that big. Deleted now.
If feminists had their own country, would they survive?
Maybe 3 months max.
Why do you say that?
Because who's going to actually lead? All they're going to do is start catfighting each other. They belong in the kitchen. They belong looking nice and beautiful with the microphone. We can take that. But we can't take is a loud-mouthed female trying to tell men what to do. That's why Donald Trump won twice. They said no to Hillary Clinton, and they said no for that whore from California.
$1 million, would you give each other a hall pass?
A hall pass? Yeah. So who would your hall pass be?
Kabir.
Come on. Well,
this guy, Kabir, he's in my film class.
It's like
Kabir in the
best
film
friend.
class? He's like my best friend. But
going on, ma'am?
Nothing. I was just, in the neighborhood. I'm coming from the store, and I heard this noise, and I wanted to see what was going on.
You heard a noise. You wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, I heard some loud noises coming from over here.
Were you just?
I was going home.
Okay, but this isn't on your way home. This is private property. The owner actually just called us. Reported vandalism to his car. Somebody was keying it.
It's not me. I mean, it's not. Just literally just walking around the neighborhood.
Okay, but you're on his property right now.
Yeah, because I just went to investigate to see what happened.
You always just walk on strangers' properties?
Well, I mean, I heard something, I just wanted to see what was going on.
Let's take a look over here. Oh, wow. All kinds of key lime. Bullet holes? So you mind telling me what you were actually doing? Are you one of those anti-Elon guys?
Oh, God. I mean...
You don't really like what he's doing in the government? Thought you'd take it out on the Tesla?
I mean, I'm going to admit I don't like him. Yeah, I don't like anything that has to do with him. I mean, but I didn't do that. I'm holding my keys because I'm going home.
Yeah, but why would you just have your keys out in your hand? Why wouldn't they be in your bag if you're carrying groceries? That doesn't make sense. Let me see this.
I mean, why are we even asking questions? Take this woman to jail immediately.
I don't think I'm very smart, and I think that's why I'm so happy all the time, because I don't think that deep into things. I just think I'm quite quite stupid that I don't think a lot.
Talk to you about what? He's my cousin. I didn't cheat. Riri, you Dominican. He's a full-fledged black guy sitting in the living room with his boxers on. You're done. You're done. Please. Dude, stop hitting my car. Move. Go. Move. Get away from my car. Get the away from my car. Move. Go. Can you please go? Can you please go? Open the door, bro. Can you please go? Can you please go? You can't get your finger through there. You're on camera. I'm going to put this on. Stop recording me. No. Get away from my car. What are you going to do with it? Take you to jail? What you mean take you to jail? You cheating with a... Vamos a hablar, por favor. Let's just talk. Let's just fucking talk, please. What is it talk about? What's there to talk about? That he's my cousin. Yo, you look crazy. Open the door. No, get away from my car, yo. You gotta go. You bugging. I got you on camera. I'm gonna break your car. I gotta go to work, yo. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. Move away from my car. What? Hey, whoa. Hey, yo, Riri, get down, yo. Let's talk. Dude, you were outside in front of all my neighbors. Or in front of your neighbors, actually. You have to go from my car. Open the door. Yo. I would drive with you on this car. Dude, yo. I don't even know what that mean, yo. I gotta go to work, yo. Can you please get down? You almost failed. Can you please get down? Open the You bugging. Stop.
A woman reached out to me and says that she just does not get approached when she goes out. The answer may shock you. It had nothing to do with her. This woman is a beautiful woman. She's gorgeous. I have to explain something to you guys. One of two things. One is who you have with you, your crowd, says a lot about you. And I hate to say it, but women, when you go out with certain other types of women, they are going to look at you as birds of a flock, fly together. And if those women are not the type of women that that man would approach, most likely he's not going to approach you because you're with them. It's so good. It's so important to single out who you go out with into certain places and into certain rooms. When they did a study on this, the person who gets approached the most in the bars and at the events is not the person who's the most attractive. It's the person who's most approachable. Now, approachable does not mean easy. So if you're sitting at the bar and you're kind of closed off and you're to yourself, you can be drop dead gorgeous, but 9 times out of 10, you won't be approached, not because you're not pretty, but because you come off unapproachable. Now, the person who's out in the middle of the dance floor, they're dancing, they're speaking to everybody, they're entertaining themselves and the others around them. Those can even be the least attractive person in the crew, and they're gonna get the most attention and be approached by the most men. To be honest, that's literally just how it works. The studies show that people get approached who are more approachable rather than more attractive. That's just how it is. So smile, babe. You sit in the corner with that resting face on ain't gonna get you nowhere. So I'm saying this to say, take note on these things when you're going out to certain places. Make sure that you are aware of the crowd you're around, the company that you're bringing, how are they dressed, and keep that in mind. And if you want to be approached, you're gonna have to come off a little bit more approachable.
Men have said this over and over again. This is why we're not approaching you. This is why we're not coming up to you. This is why you're not getting approached. That's what a man means when he says you're not smiling. Is everything okay? What's up? I don't have to smile at you. I don't have to do this. I don't have to be this. I mean, God dog, just be friendly. Just a basic, just basic human decency. Just show that. How is it that y'all are wanting a man to show you protection and provision, but you can't even show basic decency? I mean, a man might walk in and say, hey, how you doing? Don't talk to me. And then literally in the next 2 to 3 minutes, somebody does you wrong, or you might have your hands full at a coffee shop. He didn't even open the door for me. See, that's why I don't talk to no men. You don't think it might have been because you weren't very nice to him in the first place? You don't think that your actions have consequences? That's weird work. That's why when a man says, just be nice, be approachable. Oh, well, that just means that you want me to lay down and just let you do whatever. Literally, nobody said that. Nobody said that. That's just you want to escape accountability and not really show the man the respect that you're wanting from him.
Y'all, I went from serving Satan, selling myself on OF, to now serving in the church and being a part of an amazing community and having purpose again and feeling that true love. And God is so good. He can change everything in your life. Like, I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I finally put my trust in God, because when you put your trust in the things of this world, it'll always leave you empty. I love you guys. Don't be afraid. Step out. Step out in faith. Step out in faith. If you feel God calling you, step out in faith. He has such a big plan for you. Don't let the enemy come in and make you think you're only worth this or that or this or that. Like, your purpose is to serve the greatest, the God of this earth. And there's nothing greater. There's no career, purpose, amount of anything in this world that's going to be better than his love, his peace, and serving him. You know what I'm saying? One day, guys, I'm going to be up here on a stage. One day, I'm telling you what.
Honestly, religion aside, she said something to the effect of, I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills. I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do X, Y, and Z. That's what your mind is for. You know, and I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying. That's what sitting down and thinking does for you. I know a lot of times we don't, this is why I talk about critical thinking a lot. We don't sit down and say, now, how do I need to do this? How do I need to get here? A lot of times people go for the easiest path. And in your case, I mean, I guess it worked out for you for a little while. But a lot of people will say, you know what? I'm just gonna go the easiest thing. I'm just gonna do the easiest thing. And a lot of times the easiest thing hurts you. It's not good for you. You know, the journey where I'm changing my diet. My wife is on me about it. So, I'm just trying to do a little bit better. But you go into the store and you read stuff and it has certain marketing. You say, oh man, this must be good, right? But you don't really read the label. And you get home or you pull out your phone and say, ChatGPT, is this good? You have all those resources that you can be using now. And ChatGPT says, no, that ain't good. That's just a gimmick. So you got to sit there and wrestle with, am I going to buy it regardless of what was said? Or am I going to go ahead and put it back and look for something else? Right? You can have people build you a plan to follow, but if you don't follow the plan, then what good is it? You can sit up here and say, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do this. But if you don't at least take the first step in trying to go in a different direction, then what good is it? If you don't sit down and actually think, all right, I probably shouldn't be in here showing this off and doing this, but I don't see another way. You got to sit down and think about, okay, how can I get out of here? Maybe I'm not going to make the same amount of money, but that's the trade-off of me gaining back respect, gaining back dignity, gaining back integrity, building relationships around and being in a community where people don't look at me in judgment and disgust, and they say, you know what, good for you. You decided to change your life. I'm in full support of that. It takes thought. You probably left a little money behind, but this is what a lot of people need to start doing. Thinking about what's more important. This is what men continue to ask women to do. What's more important? Me being 5'9" and being good to you, or the dude being 6 feet and choke slamming you off the top rope every single Wednesday when you get home from work for no reason at all. It wouldn't matter if there was a reason, quote unquote. As long as you're not putting your hands on him, right? But y'all are choosing because it looks good, it feels good, to go with something that if you'd have thought about it, you say, no, in the long run, this ain't gonna serve me. Let me go and try to do something else.